In today's video, I'll show you how you can place seawalls on dry land without any mods. This tip is also for you console players out there. Let's get building. Alright, so for this setup, I have designated this area right here in Riverton. I wanted to do something. There was this massive hill like right here, so I wanted to do something with that, but it was kind of difficult. So I took the landscaping tool and I just terraformed everything to this height, thinking that we can then, you know, just add a curved road, some windy road up here, create another part of our city up here on this beginning mountain here. So the problem is here that I don't really like this ragged edge here. Let's get rid of that tree. So what could we do? I thought, you know, I would love a seawall, which makes for a very clean appearance here. Let's actually pause the simulation, which makes for a very clean segment right here. So the problem is, if we go to the quays or seawalls, shoreline required. So we cannot build this on land. Obviously, if we'd have mods, we could just turn on anarchy and place it key anarchy, but we don't have that. So we need a shoreline. That means we need water. Simple solution to that for vanilla players, because we are not using any mods. This is vanilla, so even console players can do this. So if you have the Green Cities DLC and you go to water, sewage, and heating, you will find the eco water outlet, which is really cool because it just basically puts out water. And what we're going to do here is plain and simple. We are going to partially flood this area. It sounds a bit scary, but it's actually not too bad. So just place a couple of them eco water outlets, connect them to the main grid, place a power source, unpause the simulation, put it on 3-speed. So that a bit of water spill out here. There we go. And that may already be enough. So what we want to do now is grab the keys, and first of all we want to disable all snapping, and now we're going to try to nudge our way. You see how it, see, there we go, we can place it right here. We can place it right here. We have to be very slow with this. It really depends on, see, there we go, we got some, we can place it right here. Look at that, look at that. Let's give it a bit more water. There we go. Now we can take these out. Okay, now the simulation is still paused, and we'll just grab the seawall, and look at that. Okay, as I said, it's kind of finicky. You have to be a bit cautious. This may take some time, but in the end, it's going to be totally worth it. And it says shoreline required about here. All right, so that's the furthest we can go. Okay, that's a bit lower than I wanted it to be, but that's okay. We can just take it out again, see if we can get a bit closer to the actual wall here. So we'll start not down here, but we'll start up here. The shoreline required. There we go. Let's see, how far along can we actually, okay, could do this. I do want it a bit further up though, so that's going to be pretty good. Look at that, look at that. Easy as pie. Okay, that seems okay. We can deal with this. So push play. So unpause the simulation. So the water just like evaporates. Go to the landscaping tools. Click the level terrain, and now set your level height, your terrain height to here by right-clicking here. So we'll just take out some of these edges in here. Get up the strength there a bit. There we go. Let's take out some of these edges, so we'll have a clean. Oh, we don't have any more soil availability. Will it be enough? Maybe. Okay, so it's just like a clean wall right here. Okay, we can pause the simulation again. The water has receded now, and I think this is okay. Now we'll go to soften terrain, and we'll just be careful that we don't ruin this, what we just fixed down there. See, and we'll just smooth this out, because up here it doesn't really matter, right? So smooth out some of these corners, and don't worry about these edges in here. Simple solution to get rid of those. Give me a sec, I will show you. So let's smooth this out right in here. Do you want this corner to be, there we go, like that. So something like that. Okay, so now what we'll do, we're going to stay in the landscaping tool, and we'll go to the vegetation, of course. There we go, and we'll just come in here, place some of these. You could vary that, of course. You could do do some trees. I think this is okay. But let's go here. We can put it like an oak tree in here. A couple of oak trees maybe. Get a small one out the way. Get a big one there. Look at that. That looks good. That looks good. I think that's pretty okay. I think that's really, really good. Same principle here. Vegetation. You can hide so much of these impurities in the game with this vegetation. I think that's really, really cool. It's like a small oak forest, but we're just like kind of hiding our impurities here, which is 100% fine. It's as you can, like, that's what I always do. And look at that. No more rough edges. No more rough edges. Okay, so when you back away, it glitches a little bit, but I think that's not a problem. And we have a nice clean edge to work with. And now we can do some more expansion in the city, which I think is really, really cool. But that is a hot tip right here. When you are playing vanilla or on console, you need a shoreline to place keys. You don't have key anarchy. You don't want to use mods if you're on PC, whatever. You can just do that simple trick. Flood the area slightly, pause, and then, turn off all snapping and just place your seawall. I think that is amazing. Okie doke. So now for the area, obviously we still have the issue with the terrain here, but that's okay. We are going to snake our way up here. There we go. How does that look? It's a bit rough around the edges, but again, we have our trick for the edges, right? So that side is, I think, good. Now, why don't we use a different road just to mix it up a bit? All right, so how do we go about this? I think maybe from here. So curve in here, and then just smoothly go up here. Let's see how does this look? That's okay in terms of like steepness of the road. I think that's fine. And look at that. Boom. We have two roads leading up into this area. And as I said before, if you zoom out a bit, if you scroll out a bit, you see a bit of glitching here, but that's okay. It's really fine. Okay, and as for road design, here is what I came up with. It's nothing special. It's basic, very, very basic. We still have these ragged edges here. We'll do some zoning in here. We'll see how it looks. And for here, we'll probably just do the trick with the vegetation, maybe. I don't think I want to zone here. We could technically, but then we'll have the ragged edges around the buildings. I'm not sure how that would look, but let me fill this out with some zoning here, and then I'll see you right back. Okay, so I did some zoning. I have some shops going up here, then we're transitioning into some offices, just because I don't think anyone would want to live up against the wall like that. So I basically just have this for the visuals here. I think it just looks much, much better. And let me see if I can do some decorating, especially around these edges here and here. And I'll get back to you with the final result. Also these edges right here. Alrighty, I went with a slightly different approach. Obviously, I maxed it all out with some trees, and I used the oak tree for that because I feel it's like very bushy and thick and leafy and can hide a lot of these nasty impurities. I also decided to add more roads to the area here. I love how it like kind of ties in now with the rest of the city. And I decided to add some wall-to-wall specialization buildings just because I like them so much. We got more office zones and we got some more shops going on, which I think is really, really cool. It ties in nicely. I love all the green up here. I love this. I really, really like this. This is a cool little area here. I also used some of the rock assets right here. And again, once again, some vegetation. I left some of this open because I'm not sure if I'm going to zone here. But yeah, for here, the same as I've already mentioned in previous episodes, the vegetation with some tall grass clusters, and for some color, the rhododendron. And obviously we need the young linden tree as the tree in the roads. And I think this is really, really cool. But the main thing I wanted to show you all is how you could add the seawalls to the dry land without having any mods whatsoever. I think I did that. I hope I did that very well. I hope I did a good job in explaining that. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask me. And now, if you've enjoyed this little tutorial on placing seawalls on dry lands without any mods, I'm sure you'll love this video right over here where I explain to you how you can create parking lots and city skylines without any mods. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a great day and stay safe out there. Bye-bye.